Hello viewers, Maryann here from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you, wherever you are in the world when you're watching? Huge shout out to you. First of all, thank you for all your comments on my readings and donations to the channel and likes and subscriptions, however, memberships, however you support my work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before I start, I think if you haven't seen my latest podcast. If you haven't seen my latest podcast, you can find it on Podbean and also on my podcast YouTube channel at MastodonSocial Podcast. It's on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of the major ones. I look at are demons and angels real, and the energy ecosystems. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. But now let's go to the matters that we're going to be covering today. I wanted to just kind of just free flow a little bit and look at the Jack Smith, special prosecutor in the US, who's investigating the former president, criminal defendant, multiple indicted former President Trump. And just take a look at where he's coming out with his January 6th investigation. And then I want to Prigozhin, apparently the warlord who attempted a mutiny or coup in Russia. Apparently he's left Belarus and he's now in St. Petersburg. Well, my latest reading, I think, showed that he's probably a reasonably formidable match. They're both very similar, Putin and Prigozhin. But where is he? Is he even still alive? You will have read also that cocaine was found in the White House. And of course, our headlines straight away go to the muck they've thrown at Joe Biden's son Hunter. I believe that cocaine was a plant for the very reason to provoke the headlines. And I did see something being exchanged between a person on foot and a car. So we'll look at all those. But first to the January the 6th. Also, I want to just throw on whether the tower moment has passed with Zaporizhzhia. I hope so. I'm feeling a little bit better, but really that could be just time. The International Nuclear Body is inspecting the plant yet again, and this time looking at the rooftops, which is where they think explosives might have been laid. I don't know that they would be that easy to find. But anyway, let's go to January 6th. Let me just tune into Jack Smith's energy. January the 6th. January the 6th. Okay, Jack Smith, special prosecutor. Show me his January the 6th case. He's in January the 6th investigation. Show me. A lot of people talking to him. People you wouldn't expect are talking to him lower levels. When I say lower levels, in the hierarchy, the White House hierarchy, it could even be, and Mar-a-Lago could even be maintenance type people that are not, that don't have the money or the wherewithal to withstand any sort of charge. So straight away, let's bring the laptop down. And we get the Seven of Cups, illusion, delusion. Let's see what else is covering that. And then we get the Ten of Wands. Very much the energy of the here and now. We are in the 777 portal today here in Australia. You're coming into that in the Northern Hemisphere. And sevens for me has always been about learning. It's always been about karma, notches on the belt. And so illusions are being stripped away. Illusions are very hard to maintain in this current climate. Now we get the Eight of Wands, and I straight away think, if you look at that card, that this is a quickening. This is a quickening of that investigation, and I've said in my previous records. That was a Freudian slip. records. Anyway, let's just park that. I said in my previous readings that I believe Jack Smith is going to indict on January the 6th before Christmas this year, but the case may not proceed until after the 2024 election, because it is far more complicated than the pretty much straightforward classified documents case, where there's so much evidence. But he's gathering a lot of testimony, a lot of evidence, and he's doing it really quickly. So there's a quickening in that investigation. In the past, we have the Emperor card, control. Control. Well, the Emperor card could be Trump when he was president, and he's holding on to something as well. I don't know why I'm getting that the documents case overlaps the January the 6th. The documents within what he was holding on to that relate to, I think that's what it is, because this Emperor has something else in his hand and then something else here. I think there are documents within the classified documents case around something that he took that related to January the 6th, and that could be anything from visitors' logs to phone calls to records, records of communication. Let's see what else he's got. So what's crowning this reading is what's buried, what the secrets were. The High Priestess. The High Priestess, something, secrets being revealed. So what the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess tell me is he's digging away, and he's got a lot of evidence. Now we get the Queen of Coins, and this is around national security. So I'm making the leap between January the 6th, the classified documents, and Trump in general in relation to national security. Now, let's keep going. We get the King of Wands, lawmakers. So he's also gathering evidence on the lawmakers that assisted in this insurrection or could have tried to delay things. This is all about what they knew and when they knew it, and then what they did after those actions. And we get the Ten of Coins. Of course, it always comes back to money, doesn't it? Look at this. Look at this card. I'm using the Tarot Grand Lux for anyone who's wondering, and I've also got the Kabbalistic Tarot on hand as well. So it looks like donations, and it comes right back to his super PAC that is being investigated. I believe that there was some sort of deal that these lawmakers, allegedly, who participated, were promised some sort of campaign help. There's money going into a jar, and this has to do with the lawmakers. So we get here in the hopes and fears, we get the Ten of Wands, sorry. So this was the Nine of Wands, guardrails. Guardrails against what? Against illusion and delusion. Guardrails against illusion and delusion. The kind of things that we see helped perpetuate so much crime. I'm just going to say crime during the tenure of the former president. He's now being indicted. He's now a criminal defendant. Alleged crime. So now we get the Six of Pentacles. This is very much about the money here. Very much about wire fraud. I said that from the very beginning, but this is also certain people getting paid to do certain things. The Ace of Coins. I always come out with follow the money, the Lovers. So, oh gosh, and Judgment. There's an inevitability here that justice will be done. And I'm getting like going all the way to the High Court, the Hierophant card. Oh my goodness me. So very much in this reading, where's his case now? Where is it up to? Show me what he's doing. Is very much following the money. He's looking into who got what, who was funded by whom, who knew what was going on at the time, and then who gave money to assist in that plot, if you like. And also this whole, I think, lawmakers that received money he must have somebody that's flipped very, very, very strongly. Trump should watch out. Look at these major arcana, 3 major arcana, and very karmic, justice, the judgment card, and the Hierophant. So there's no way he's going to escape this. Smith has got the goods in relation to January the 6th. We get the Queen of Cups. Now, I said a long time ago that there was someone around Trump with blonde hair, and I don't know whether it hits his campaign. It's not a manager, but his campaign advisor, Susie Wiles, I think, who's given testimony. There's something. There's a connection between the documents case and January the 6th, and I don't know what that is. But there is a woman who has ratted out on Trump, and I think that was Susie Wiles. I always got a fair complexion. We get endings and beginnings and the prosecution. There's a huge tie to Russia still within this. If Smith was to find a money trail that led all the way to Russia, that would be huge, wouldn't it? Tying the former president into Russian oligarchy and the money flow between the two and American presidency and politics. So Smith is definitely following the money. And I just want to say again that this is a tarot card reading for entertainment purposes only. I may be right, I may be wrong, but Smith is concentrating on the money, and he has key testimony around donors and backers for Trump concerning a money trail. Okay, now, where do we want to go to now? We'll talk about, I think we'll go to the cocaine. While we're in the US, let's look at the cocaine in the White House. By the way, Meta has started a Twitter clone called Threads. It's very simple and easy to use. I don't like Zuckerberg any more than I like Musk. But the way Twitter is now, it's simply a haven for far-right trolls who pay, $8 or $12 a month, get a blue tick, and they're elevated to denigrate and abuse the good people on Twitter. And that's all you see. You'll see a post from someone like Democratic Attorney Mark Elias and then a whole bunch of blue ticks abusing Mark. That's all you get on Twitter these days. So anyway, I'm on Threads, mainly because I wanted to check it out, but also because if I don't go onto platforms, then we get scammers impersonating me that you might think is me. So in the drop-down menu, all my links to my social media is there. If you follow those links, you'll find me. Otherwise, forget it. And I'm not on WhatsApp. All right. Okay. So let's keep going here with this white powder. I'm just simply going to ask, was it planted? Was this white powder planted? I'm getting a female with long hair. So we get the King of Cups, which is my card for Biden. I get the Knight of Coins, someone probably being paid to do so, and we get the Tower, bringing the Tower moment forward. We get the the Ace of Swords, the Truth, and the Ten of Coins. Again, someone being paid to do this. We get the Ten of Wands. This is what we see at the end of a huge Trumpian type cycle. Someone paid, two people involved, and wish fulfillment. What did it give them? It gave them headlines. We get the Ten of Swords in the hopes and fears. They will be caught. And we get the Ten of Cups. The voter, I think, can see through this, and they're tired. They want the guardrails. They don't want this basically mafiosa type criminal stuff going on. And we get Plan B. So it didn't work. It didn't work at all. There's also could be that Page of Swords there. there could be some charges are going to come soon. Don't worry about that. There could even be someone around in the White House who's disloyal, unpatriotic, who may have assisted in this. Okay, so it was planted, and there's going to be charges soon. They're going to find out someone was paid to do this. Okay, let's look at where is Prigozhin. It reminds me, where is Wally? I mean, is Prigozhin even alive? Or is this, the Russian nesting dolls? You uncover one to get to the next, to get to the next, to get to the next. Where's Prigozhin? Is Prigozhin in St. Petersburg? Is Prigozhin in St. Petersburg? Is Prigozhin in St. Petersburg? You wouldn't even know whether Lukashenko, the Belarus president, is teamed up with Prigozhin. You would not know to push a coup against Putin. So, is Prigozhin in Russia? Is Prigozhin in Russia? Victory. It's a strong yes card. Victory, sees himself as victorious, particularly, I think, amongst younger people. We get the strength card. These are all yes cards. The past, he may have left, walking away, and then we get Russia in the sky, Mother Russia. And we get the star card here. I don't know why the star will come forward, other than to say that there's hope in this entire situation. And we get the Four of Coins, insecurity, holding back information and defending himself. Well, they raided his apartments, took his money and passports and everything else. Six of Cups, hopes and fears, the past. And then we get the King of Swords, the King of Swords. I think and the Five of Coins, he's been locked out. I think he will be prosecuted. But he is in Russia. He is in Russia. And we get the Nine of Coins. And it has something to do with getting money or paying people off. King of Wands. And the Four of Swords, retreat and lies. Let's ask... So he is in Russia. I didn't ask if he's still alive, but let's take a look, because that Four of Swords, is he still alive? Is Prigozhin still alive? I think he is. So we get here the Five of Swords, sabotage, and we get the Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves, and the Empress Russia. He could be there, and the Ace of Coins. Yeah, he could be there to continue with this kind of coup. We get restriction, and we get the Knight of Coins, steady. Two of Coins, decisions. Is he there to push more mutiny against Putin, to sabotage? It's got a lot to do with money here. Is Prigozhin still pushing an attempted coup? Ten of Swords, downfall, complete and utter downfall. And the Two of Cups, contracts, commitments. And the Six of Coins, giving and receiving help. Three of Coins, there's still plots to overthrow Putin. Three of Cups, there's Prigozhin and others involved in this. Yeah, he's not out of the picture. I don't see the death card. I see him retreating from that original coup. Like, Prigozhin's more about money than he is about any sort of bravery. And he's there to gather allies as well as get money as well. And also to push forward to see who's going to be loyal, who's standing with him and who's not. Two warlords fighting with each other who have brought untold misery, murder and mayhem to innocent lives. That's what you get. Russia is still under an evolving type leadership threat situation. And the people that are replacing are just as bad as the person in charge. All right. So many of you have asked about Navalny, who's imprisoned, who is the opposition leader, as well as his deputy as well. They've just been in prison, but let's just go to Navalny. Will he survive? Will Navalny survive? I'm getting the Tower card, King of Pentacles. There's an Earth sign here. And we get the Hermit, isolated. We get the Moon card. Think that's, not good cards. Things coming from the surface, up from the surface, secrets being revealed. The Queen of Cups in the past, a woman, a devil, toxicity in the sky. Will he survive? The Queen of Wands, there's a woman that's going to make a difference here. And we get the Emperor, which would be Putin, control, and the Nine of Coins, the oligarch. Let's just, will he survive? The hope and fear is that he's just mortally wounded. Will he survive? The Five of Cups, I'm going to have to say possibly not. I don't like giving you that news, but the Five of Cups is one of my cards for passing over. We get family, going home, and we get death. So I'm afraid, again, I don't like predicting that. So I'm just going to say if they don't get to him soon, he's going to die. The Eight of Coins, skill. He's still fighting. And others are fighting for him. The Truth, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and Mother Russia, and the Star card. My God. That's where the Star comes out. And I hope that he's not going to be a martyr, but I think that's what it's looking like. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you better news. I'm just going to say that it looks like people are working to try and free him, and let's hope that they do so before he in time, let's just put it, the clock is running out for him. Okay, Zaporizhzhia, what's going on there? What's going on with Zaporizhzhia? Let's just change the deck. As I said, I could be wrong, but they were pretty horrible outcome cards for Navalny. However, somebody is trying to get him out. And anything can and will and does happen in Russia. Okay, let's take a look here at the Zaporizhzhia, the Tower card that gave me the heebie-jeebies, as I said. Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. Is Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant safer now? Are we through a Tower moment with Zaporizhzhia? Has the situation improved at all with the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant? Okay, so we get the Eight of Cups, which is loss, walking away from what no longer serves us, and the Four of Swords, which of course is mortally wounded, retreat. So not good cards to come to start with, and then we get death as the foundation, the ending as something. Don't like those cards. So we get Scorpio energy, we get Jupiter in Libra, which is justice, and Saturn in Pisces. So in the past we get justice, the justice card. And then we get the devil in the sky, toxicity, Capricorn energy. We get the Two of Wands, something coming to fruition in time, Mars in Aries energy, that's warlike energy. 10 of Wands, burdens, endings of cycles, Saturn in Sagittarius. And then we get the Hermit card, isolation, review, it's difficult for people to get in and really monitor what is being done. Now, that nuclear team, I know, mean the best, but can they determine whether or not the water supply that feeds the plant, the cooling pond located next to the plant, can they tell whether that's been mined? Can they actually examine every little thing? These cards are not looking good. I hope they improve. The moon card, of course, something coming to the surface. That's Piscean energy, water energy again. Remember, I saw the cooling, whatever they've done, the cooling, they weren't able to cool the plant down. And we get the Four of Cups, loss, disappointment, but one cup is remaining. It's the moon in Cancer energy, and the Three of Swords, heartbreak, loss and betrayal, and the world, endings and beginnings. So here's what I think may happen, and it fits with the reading that I've done. As of today, and things can change, no, the Tower moment is still there. It hasn't passed. Not all of the plan comes to fruition. So that, I just want to say, that plant is not like Chernobyl. It was built to withstand a lot of force. There were safety measures put in post-Chernobyl. It's not as vulnerable as Chernobyl was. I think the reactors have been turned off. So there's all sorts of things that will prevent Russia, including the nuclear watchdog going in there. Whatever they're trying to do with it, and they have every intention of trying to blow it up, it's like only the partial explosion occurs, and whatever else happens doesn't come to fruition. We get the Princess of Coins and Mother Russia, and the Ace of Coins here. Yeah, they did want the sanctions lifted. There could also be others that aren't willing to do this, but Four of Cups, disappointment, 3 cups lost, 1 remaining, so it's not as bad as what they hope the Russians have planned. It's not as bad. The Three of Swords is heartbreak and betrayal, and we get the World card, endings and beginnings. So whatever occurs here will likely bring an end. I'm just going to say bring an end to the invasion of Ukraine. Is this correct? Whatever happens here, will that be the last straw? Will this finish Russia's invasion? If they sabotage the plant, will this finish Russia's invasion of Ukraine? The Empress card, Russia. And then we get the Princess of Coins. And then we get the King of Cups. So I think NATO would go in. And we get the Eight of Swords, restrict Russia in some way. There would be unity and celebration that the whole thing is finished with, and we get the Three of Coins. Yeah, NATO would respond, and that would bring the whole thing to a close. We get the Magician, manifestation, the Sun card, and the Eight of Coins and Temperance. So these are good energies to something will occur. It won't be as diabolical as we think, because in some way part of the plan fails, but it does bring the end to this whole situation in some way. Okay, that's where we're tracking now. I don't see a world war there either. So that's all I've got for you. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.